Hello, my name is Amaru Fanta. This is my English 112 final paper. It is called Genetic Twist, and it's about genetic modifications on babies, or otherwise known as designer babies. Um, so I think the problems at first with this is social problems. Genetic babies, there's already, alright, the three classes are lower class, poor people, middle class, and then high class, rich. The only people that can afford this procedure are rich people because it's an expensive procedure that costs a lot of money. So there's going to be an extra after rich. There's going to be an extra class, and that causes more tension even between rich people and biologically modified rich people. So I think that it will cause some tension, and it'll be kind of weird for people to settle in, especially with such a new topic. I think just overall risks is another problem. There's way too many risks. There's too many unknowns. We don't know what will happen. Bloodline. A lot of people overlook this one. I think this is a pretty big one because they don't realize that once you get a genetically modified baby, a designer baby, he is not technically blood related to you. You have different DNA, which means that your bloodline ended there if you don't have another kid. It's a new bloodline, and it's like your family's cut off, basically. And then simply, I think, morality. Why change what's been going on for thousands of years? Every other animal does it. They reproduce in the original way with no extra technological advances. Even though they're not there yet, they don't have the technology we do, they still don't do that. I mean, why try to be better? From one of my sites, Anderson, he wrote, we should also care about the dignity of life in its very origins. There is a great danger in creating children in the laboratory, a process that treats human subjects as if objects of technological mastery. This one really hit me hard because it tells me, go back to our roots. Stay with our roots. Don't try to expand. And there are so many issues people have with social injustice and everything like that. But they're okay with having us grow up in basically test subjects. That doesn't make sense. I think that people shouldn't be treated that way. I don't think parents should do it that way. But I understand why people would do it this way, just because of health benefits. The main reason I'd say, is because they have the potential to not cure, but they make them born without the chance of getting diseases like Alzheimer's and diabetes that are hereditary. And while studying this, they might be able to find cures for diseases that have been haunting us for years, such as cancer or Ebola or any disease that we don't have a certain cure for yet. Maybe we can find one. So I think that's why I think it's a very good point that some people make. But I don't agree at all with people that just want to change physical appearance. Like, oh, I'm black hair. Let's say another black haired person, but we wanted a blonde hair kid. I don't think you should go through the risk of that. Solutions would be world leaders discussing. I think they should go through the cause and effects and decide if it's right to keep on going, to really continue these experiments and try to improve our technological advances. This other solution is under watch of the UN or other major governments. I think this falls along the same category, but it's kind of like after they've discussed it. So the scientists that perform these procedures are on constant watch to make sure that nothing shady is happening. And then I think all research and information on the subject should go to the public so they know what they're signing up for. They're not going to be surprised. To conclude, I just want to say that obviously there are people, this is a very controversial topic. Some people think like me, that it's important to just stick to our roots, and some people don't. Whatever your opinion is on the subject, I can agree that if we can perform and make it so that people don't have to deal with all these extreme diseases, it's better for everybody. But if it's for useless things like a different hair color, I think that this should not be even thought of. And we should just do the same thing we've been doing for centuries, for years, millions of years. And for these reasons, I just think that both sides are valid, but the risks for one side versus the risk versus the other shows that it's not worth it. Thank you so much. This is my presentation.